This guy dropped out of Georgia Tech for music, and now he's racked up over 10 million streams. You might know him as the laying down guy or the throwing paper guy, but this is Jiwhan Kim.
Oh, that Jiwhan again?
Welcome everybody to the Georgia Tech Hacker House podcast. I'm Yassine Reda, and today we're interviewing Jiwhan Kim.
Happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So Jiwhan, tell us where it all started. You know, people know you as the laying down guy. You make music. You were telling us earlier you produce music, but where did it all start?
I was always a passionate person. I always loved one thing, and then when I loved that one thing, I went all the way. And I've had stages of my life where when I was a child, I was a huge dinosaur freak. Everybody loves dinosaurs. And then it transitioned into birds, which I loved, just studying the migration patterns, their names, their relative family, if they're endangered, why they're endangered, their end of the beak color, their head color that changes during the mating season. Like I memorized it all. And then it was a cars, and then it was making music. But where it all started, I would say it started when I was 4, when I was started playing piano. I always knew I wanted to compose my own pieces. I always wanted to make my own songs. And I made the song called 예쁜 지원이, which is direct translation, pretty Jiwhan.
Okay.
And
that's in Korean.
In the Korean, right.
Okay.
And it had a banger melody with the banger left hand going like this and a banger right hand. Super simple, one of those like patterns that you learn. And
You were 4 years old,
yes,
and you made your first song, basically.
4.5, yes.
Okay. But were you just pressing random keys, or was it actually a song?
It was
Be
actually
honest.
a song, and
Okay.
I even play the song today, and my parents still tell me like that was a good song.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not just parental love, but they actually say like the melodies.
So
were
is that
hidden,
where the
so-
music passion started?
I would say so. I was always passionate about something. As I said, I had different stages in life, and music was always something that stayed close to my heart.
So how did that go from passion to dropping out of Georgia Tech?
Wow, that's a big leap. But I would definitely say it sparked when I immigrated to United States.
Okay.
This was in 2015 to 2016. This was when I was 14 to 15 years old. My parents weren't doing too well financially in South Korea, so we had to take the leap of faith to come to the United States. And lots of Korean families, they immigrate to like big Korean cities, like LA, right? Where there's a lot of Koreans, or New York, where there's a lot of Koreans, or this lovely little city in Georgia called Duluth, where there's so many Koreans, right?
Okay, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, like Swanee, Georgia has a very big Korean population. And they all moved there, but we were so financially restricted that we went to this small town in Indiana called Carmel. Shout out Carmel, Indiana. I love that place. I have lots of great friends there.
Indiana.
Yes, Indiana. And when I even talk about Indiana, lots of people, Americans, they're not even Koreans. They don't even know where the state is.
Yeah, no, I've never been.
Yeah,
I don't hear a lot from it.
I'm not surprised. Only thing that we're known for is the Indianapolis race,
Okay.
the Indy 500,
Yeah.
and corn. Lovely corn there. If you ever go there, make sure
Yeah,
you get
yeah.
a corn cob with some spice on it. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, so we moved to United States, and it really sparked it when I got my own laptop. I've always had this Asian family where they did not let me have any electronic devices as I was growing up. So but speaking on the passion on the music, like I've always had this passion of like wanting to make something, wanting to listen to music all the time, like 24/7. I just love the melodies. What is this melody, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I literally hear songs and go, wow, this is so cool. This is so fire. What makes the song so cool, and what are the elements that are creating that harmonious melody sound, right?
Yeah.
Literally, when I was a kid, I had this folding phone. I literally was a huge One Direction fan. I'm
Okay.
like letting out my dark secrets now. Like
Yeah.
nobody knows this. I love Liam Payne. I love Harry Styles. I love Louis Tomlinson. I love Zayn Malik. Zayn's the best one in my opinion. When he left One Direction, it was a shame.
Broke your heart?
Yeah, it broke my heart.
Okay.
I mean, he had a great solo career, so I think that's great. But yeah, we had one iPad and I had a folding phone that had no internet. And I literally recorded the music video. I played the music video on YouTube and I recorded on my phone and I listened like this, like I'm on a phone call, because that folding phone only had the speaker on the top. It's the earphone speaker. But that's just how passionate I was. And when I was in Indiana, I finally had my own laptop. I finally got my own DAW, which is a music making software, which is like, which was FL Studio. By having a laptop and a smartphone, I was able to start actually putting down melodies and putting those ideas into the software and the music itself.
What was like your first song, and did you have somebody to inspire you in this music journey?
Kanye West is like my inspiration because Kanye West used his vocals as instruments, and I've always found that so fascinating. So you spoke about, what's my first song? So because of that and the restriction I had, as my parents didn't let me record in my room, and having my music space being in school, you can't record vocals in school,
Yeah.
So that really gave me a strong producer abilities of being able to fill that vocal sonic with something else and just understanding what vocal does to a song, right? When you guys listen to a song, the song doesn't feel real when it doesn't have vocal in it sometimes, right?
Yeah.
It's just an instrumental and it just works like a lo-fi chill jazz, but like when it has a vocal, it just feels so human, it just feels so real. So I had to overcome that challenge, which was a blessing in disguise and made me just so much more knowledgeable on these different elements and effects that you can play with, that you can almost replace that vocal sonic with. So that's why I loved Kanye West. But you speaking of my dark history of my first song, that came years down the line. And my first song, I would say, came about 2 to 3 years that I started making music.
So was that in high school?
That is in high school. And
Okay.
as you can see, I'm a very passionate person.
Yeah.
And back then, I was very silly. I was very emotional. So there was this class called AP Research. It's a college level class where you have to pick a research topic and the teacher gives you a couple weeks to research it.
Okay.
And then you write like a whole APA format. Is it APA format? I forget.
There's MLA and APA.
MLA, right. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Real high school moments.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an APA format for some reason.
Okay.
He wanted an APA format like sources. And then you write a big paper just like college classes and then you get graded by the paper.
Okay.
And the topic I choose was how does music affect your cognitive ability? And I had to choose something that is related to music because I love music. And I chose that topic and the teacher said, it's dope, it's cool. His name is Chad Andrews, Mr. Andrews. Shout out Mr. Andrews. Oh my God, Mr. Andrews is gonna figure out if I play this song, that this song exists. That's terrible. I'll keep going with the story. Holy, okay. So what happened was he said the topic was good. Okay, Mr. Andrews, you said the topic was good. And then after weeks of research, this guy didn't even make music in class. That's a lie, I did. But I still did research, a lot of research.
Yeah.
And then after 1 month of research, 4 weeks of research, he sits me down. There's like a mid-meeting. He says, I was talking to other professors and other teachers, and I don't think your topic is good. You should switch.
A month of researching, yeah.
A month of researching. And young, silly, but passionate musical Jiwhan went, what did you say? I spent all this time and you're gonna tell me all that went to waste? So I went home, pissed off, and I wrote lyrics. It's dissing him in every single way.
Okay.
And then this is when YouTube diss tracks were peak.
Yeah.
So I was watching a lot of Sidemen. I was also watching a lot of PewDiePie. and
Yeah.
T-Series. Like,
No, I remember in middle school, like my friends had diss tracks of every other friend, you know.
No, literally.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I like it's when PewDiePie made "Bitch Lasagna,"
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
That song. When KSI dropped the diss track against Logan Paul,
Mm.
I was in that age, so I always thought this like ragey beats are so fire. So I
Okay.
made my own ragey beat, and I made the song, and
So that was your first vocals.
that was my first vocals, and
So out of spite. Your
Out of
first one was
spite.
out of spite.
yep.
Okay.
And that was my first song, and
I mean, now we gotta hear it. In my opinion, I think you have to.
I hope Chad. I hope my professor does not see this.
Yeah.
But the song is called "Fuck Chad."
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Wait, how old were you? Were you when you went this?
16, 17.
For a first song, it's fire.
Oh, thank you.
Like no, like I did not expect this. I thought you were gonna like show us something with like really bad soundtrack and like the vocals, but honestly like I could see it kind of mimics your songs now a little bit in terms of like style wise, but that was good, bro.
Oh,
like,
thank you so much.
damn. Okay, okay, Jiwhan.
I actually played this to all my research friends,
Uh-huh.
and the only teacher didn't know about it. So if this podcast gets big enough, and
They
Mr.
might
Chad
find
Andrews-
out.
he might figure out. So I just want to say this, Mr. Andrews, this is a past me. This was a silly me. this is not the current me that it represents. Actually, me and Chad, Mr. Andrews became such good friends. Like
Uh-huh.
we settled our differences
Yeah.
because he's a DJ. He
Oh,
was the
okay,
only DJ
okay.
teacher. Yeah, and he DJ'd for our prom too. So he's
Okay.
the dopest teacher. I just want to tell Mr. Andrews, if he's watching, he's one of the most incredible, nicest people I've met in Carmel
Yeah.
High School.
Yeah.
That honestly, one of the only teachers that I genuinely had such great time with.
Yeah.
Because being an artist, I feel like a lot of teachers really push me down for making music in class.
If
But-
anything, he should be honored. He inspired your first vocal song.
Oh, definitely. This is a past me. I apologize for the past version of me, but yeah, but I'm glad you liked it. That makes me happy.
No, I loved it. Okay, so this was your first vocal song. What changed?
Yes.
Why did you decide to make your first vocal? I mean, obviously, Mr. Andrews, you wanted to diss him, but I mean, you spent so much time like focusing more on the soundtrack
Right,
versus
right,
the
right.
vocals.
Right, producing side of it.
Yeah,
right.
the producing. So why did you decide to go down the artist side? And then did it just roll from there where you're like, I want to make more of this?
That's a really good question. As a producer, I think my inspiration was Metro Boomin, because he doesn't have put any vocals, but he has his identity and he has his brand. And he's the face of the art that he makes, that he pushes out, right? That's so cool to me. So I wanted to do that as well. And that started with like trying to come up with different producer tags and, what was that Jiwhan again? Was that Jiwhan again?
Yeah,
And then,
that's your producer tag now?
Yeah, that is my producer tag now.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of failures and trials and tribulation that led to that.
What
beautiful
was like?
masterpiece.
What was the tag? Was there a tag in that one? I think I heard one.
This one I don't think had a tag.
What was your first tag?
My first tag? I think the first tag was my artist name. I thought it was gonna be GMO.
Okay.
Like the crop, like the
Okay.
genetically modified organism. I
Okay,
think. But
yeah.
it stood for greatest Maker something. I forget what the O stands for.
Yeah. It was very Indiana inspired.
Oh, definitely
Yeah.
Indiana inspired. But yeah, so like GMO. I think it was something like that.
Yeah, GMO my crops.
Yeah, GMO crops.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And okay, then where did it go from there? I mean, you made your first song, and
Oh yeah, we're
Yeah.
speaking about the Metro Boomin.
yeah, Metro Boomin, yeah.
And I kept hitting this wall of like, I was keep putting out fire beats on SoundCloud, but nobody was giving me credit as a beat maker. They're just asking
So
for.
you had people use your beats?
Yeah, I had
Okay.
people ask for me to produce, and I got paid like $100. But like, I was never the face of the art that I was creating.
Uh-huh.
And I felt like I was hitting a limit with just producing songs here. So I decided to buy my own mic. I worked, I think, $7 an hour in Indiana. The mic was $100. That's a lot of hours.
Yeah.
I had to put in those hours and got the mic. It was an MXL 500 red mic.
Okay.
And I started recording in my closet so my parents don't notice me putting in vocals on my tracks. And that's where the first song, Chad Andrews, F Bleep Chad,
UCK came out.
Yep,
Okay.
came out to be. And that's where it all started.
Nice. Now you're dropping out of Georgia Tech. I mean, you dropped out of Georgia Tech.
Mm-hmm.
What happened there? What's the gap?
Well, first of all, a lot of people don't believe that I dropped out of Georgia Tech.
Okay.
Guys, I actually dropped out of Georgia Tech. I'm no longer part of it. I don't even know how it works to go back to Georgia Tech.
Uh-huh.
I did hear if you take more than 2 semesters off, you automatically become unenrolled. I don't know if I can even ever go back and pick up the credits, but let me clear this up here. I am 100% dropped out. There's no coming back.
Was there a form you had to fill out or something? Or
No, there was no form to
You
fill
just
out.
left?
I just left.
Okay.
I just never came back. I took 2 gap semesters and I never came back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, can we actually talk about the dropping out part?
Yes.
I mean, how was that? What led up to that? Why did you decide to drop out? I mean, was it your music career was far enough already? Were you just tired, exhausted? Like, what was the...
I think it was a culmination of events that led me to making that big decision of pushing that button, that red button, right?
Yeah.
Dropping it. But it was never, I feel like any kind of big decisions in life isn't like, I press the button and it's just boom, drops off. Like,
Yeah.
let's say I had a girlfriend. I break up. Done. Right? It never works like that. It's always
you gotta go talking stage first.
Right. Yeah, you gotta go to talking stage first.
Okay.
You're talking to the heartbreaking man.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, your songs were like, your videos were like, I broke up with my girlfriend.
oh
Like,
yeah, always. And back then, it's funny thing.
Yeah.
is
How many girlfriends did you have?
Oh, I had.
Every video, you're breaking up with a new girl.
Oh boy. I actually had one girlfriend, and I have to be honest. The whole time I was in a happy relationship, I had one girlfriend the whole time.
Okay, so you weren't actually heartbroken.
Oh well, the songs were made with the heart of a heartbroken man because
Okay.
it was like my first proper college relationship, and I feel like any first college relationship
Yeah.
is flawed in a lot of ways.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, flawed is a harsh word. Like imperfect. Like there's a lot of issues. I had a lot of issues. I had a lot of moments where I felt so heartbroken to the fact that I had to write that down. So that song, actually, that song that I laid down, a lot of people know, called Now Without a Heart, because I'm never gonna feel any love, was started as a poem. It was literally that day when me and that current girlfriend had a argument.
Yeah.
I was so heartbroken to the fact that my past child traumas hardwired my brain like this and be toxic to you. And I felt so sorry to her that I just can't change because I was repeating this one offense that she wasn't liking. And it was clearly toxic to other people. But I just couldn't fix it. So literally that lyrics it started as a poem, like, I'm never gonna feel enough because I've never ever been here before, but I hate feeling alone. Right? So yeah, it started as a poem, it was a music, but where did this all come from? Oh my goodness, I came a little...
We're talking about the dropping out.
Right, dropping out to this, wow. But yeah, a combination of events, right?
Yeah.
Definitely one of them was as I said, it's a slope. It's always a curve. I think the biggest event that happened was I was hitting a limit in terms of working hard and doing college school things.
Yeah.
And then, guys, I had a school life, and then I had to go lay down and plan the laying downs and all the social
The
media
content
videos,
creation
the content
and the
creation,
music and all that stuff. Yeah.
and separate to that, make music and have a social life and eat, make sure I meal prep, I sleep.
Yeah.
It was getting too much, and especially when it became to the
Yeah.
junior year of college,
Yeah.
and when my major music technology became more ECE focused. Fun fact about music technology is you have to minor or concentrate other major
Okay.
/ minor.
So you were taking music technology at Georgia Tech.
Yes, and my concentration of choice was ECE.
All right.
I took this class.
Right
called-
up my alley.
Yep, right up your alley.
Okay.
Shout out to all the ECE people because I took this class called signal processing, and it killed me.
Yeah, I bet.
It
Killed all of
me.
us.
Yes, it killed me. And trying to do that, make music, come up with vision and idea content, and have a social life, have a family life, have go work out, be a good boyfriend back then, was getting too much. And that's when I was hitting limit of, oh, sometimes in life, you have to take that leap of faith and go for something that you truly love.
Yeah.
I was so afraid, like, because not having, for me, the biggest also thing was if I dropped out of school, my parents were gonna cut me off completely financially.
Okay. They
So,
told
but-
you this.
Yes, they told me this clearly because they knew all the time I wanted to drop out. I mean, I even told
Like
them
from the beginning.
From
you,
the
you started
beginning.
at Georgia Tech as a music tech,
right.
and you were just like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, I always knew I wanted to pursue music full time.
Okay.
I knew that was an inevitability because even in high school, my parents told me like, "Don't drop out of high school. Don't drop out of high school." But I was like, "I want to drop out of high school." During COVID, it was
yeah.
peak. I want to drop out of high school. You don't
Were
even go to high school.
Were you making a lot of music there?
I was making so much music back then. Yeah, I
Okay.
mean,
Was it like popping off yet, or what was the?
it was not popping off. I mean, the numbers definitely weren't paying off. The finances were definitely not paying off. My finances back then was I was paying part of the rent, and they were giving me $100 allowance every month.
Okay.
But I was still working, and I was affording quite a lot of my tuition, plus rent.
So you were
plus
paying
living
your
money.
own tuition
Absolutely.
and rent and everything.
Absolutely.
What were you doing as a job? Was it from the music, or you were working another job?
Actually, I had a part-time job in school, getting paid $15 an hour as a content creator. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's
really
not
good.
bad at
And
all.
You're doing something you
$15 an hour,
love.
balling.
Yeah.
But the issue was, yeah, I had that too. And now I think back about it. I had that and music making and content creation for music making
Yeah.
and school and being a boyfriend and being a friend to other people.
Yeah.
It was
just
killing
like
me.
too much.
It was too much.
Okay.
And I was afraid. I was so afraid to take the leap of faith. But, you know, everything just slowly started coming together, right? First of all that laying down started paying off. I was starting to gain lots of monthly listeners. I was starting to really take off in terms of streams. I
Was
was
this like your
actually-
first, second year? When was it?
It was, I would say, third year, second semester of a second year to first semester of
your
third year.
Okay.
My laying down videos were hitting. I laid down in career fair.
Yeah. How many views did that one get?
That got like 4 million views.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay.
I laid down in Price Gilbert. I think that got 1 million views.
Did that funnel a lot of listeners to music? You think? or-
Absolutely, it made a huge difference. And I'm a huge.
Do you think that?
ambassador.
Do you think that's where you started popping off? Like your music started popping off because of the content, mainly, or what was that?
I think so, but I also think
Mm.
good music has to be the backbone of
Right.
any social media
Yeah.
activities that you do.
Yeah.
For example, a lot of people know this. I laid down, and then my next song called "Tell Me Would You Try All Again" was a song about the real breakup that happened.
Okay. So the first one was fake. It was just like
Yeah,
you know
first
you
one was
felt
fake.
bad, and then
The
the second
second
one was
was
like, okay,
real.
I actually broke up.
Right.
Okay.
And that one, I was like, oh my God, I need to come up with a content plan. And that's when I came up with, what if I
Through the papers.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was so
I met you
afraid.
when you were throwing papers.
Yes.
The
We
very
met
first
each
time.
other, yes.
The very first time I met Jiwhan Kim, he was trying to film a video. And I was like, hey, dude, I'll take this video for you. And he was like, yeah, but I don't want to get it on the table. I was like, nah, you got it, bro. You got it.
Yeah. He
got on
actually gave me words of encouragement to do it.
Yeah, I was
which
like,
is
bro,
incredible.
you got it, bro. You got it. Just do
Yeah.
it. Like, nobody's going to remember this tomorrow.
Yeah.
And he got on the table. I got up there, the library. I was on the 4th floor. He's on the 3rd floor. I took the video. Boom. And I think it did it pretty well on Instagram.
100%.
I don't want to take credit, but hey, if it wasn't for me, I don't think you would have filmed it that day. Right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean,
Like, I don't want to take credit.
no. I think you should take full credit. I think we should circle back on the whole topic of
Yeah.
me being able to take giant leaps
Yeah. It's
Was
because of the support you got.
because
from
of the
people.
people.
Of course.
I
Yeah.
really mean that. That day when you showed support meant the world to me. I was genuinely afraid because as you guys can see in laying down videos, I genuinely have no social anxiety or fear.
Yeah.
In fact, I would be happy to just, lay down here like this.
All right.
In life, you can do anything. You
Yeah.
can vision anything, and you can just go it and go for it, and just do it and make it come true in life. But I genuinely would not be here today without the people around me and the
Yeah.
support. And that day, when you told me to go for it, it really helped me to go for it. So I think it's always important when you're trying to drop out or take that leap of faith, you have that supportive people around you. I can't emphasize this enough. I genuinely think I can stand here today because of you guys that gave me the platform also to speak. It means the world to me. But as you guys can see, I have no social anxiety barriers. But that day I was so scared because it's that Asian in me where when you throw papers, you get in trouble with like professors
Yeah.
and you get in trouble with the authority. And whenever it comes to authority,
Yeah.
I get afraid. So that day I was so afraid.
Uh-huh.
I was so afraid. But you...
Because you were still a student at that time.
I was still a student.
Yeah. You could get expelled or something. But,
Yeah.
I mean, you were going to drop out anyway.
Yeah,
but,
it worked out anyway.
Yeah.
But I was genuinely scared and...
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I took the leap of faith and through the papers. But going back to the topic of marketing, but I got lots of views throwing papers.
Yeah.
But actually the song didn't get much streams.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was a lesson I learned where I'll say this. Lesson I learned where the music has to support and also the social media can't be too much. Like you're making a fool of yourself by throwing papers, honestly.
Yeah. If nobody's listening, it's
Yeah.
not worth it.
Right. So
Okay.
that just
I mean, what
taught me a
was your
lesson.
listeners looking like at that point? I mean, when do you think it really got serious, where you started to pick up listeners in that period? And then did you just see a trend upwards and you were like, okay, I think it's safe for me to just kind of drop out right now? Like, what was the time gap there and the viewers?
I wouldn't say the numbers itself was a determining factor.
Okay.
I would definitely say
yeah.
it was also self-confidence build up.
Okay.
Like I knew I could get there. I knew
That if you took this, you would be successful?
exactly. The vision I had in my head was so clear. I was going to bed every night till the moment my brain went to REM mode. You call it like REM state. I was thinking about the stage I'm gonna be in. I was able to touch it. I was able to hear it. And even today, when I go to bed, I smell that stage. I think about that stage that I'm gonna be on, perform my art on. And that was so crystal clear. And every day, it became clearer. Every day it became clearer through laying down, working hard, giving everything I have on what my plan thought, what I thought it was right to do. It became clearer and clearer. And it gave me just that confidence to drop out. I mean, everything I do, I feel like is very vision based. I vision every single moment. Even today, this podcast, when I woke up today, I thought about exactly where I'm going to be standing, the lights, the color of lights that are going to be hitting, what I'm going to be talking about, what I want to talk about, and how I'm going to talk about it to show the audience I thought about. So I guess that kind of a vision just built me up that self-confidence to actually press that red button and go, okay, I think this is my way, and I'm just gonna go for it.
I mean, so you're saying like your parents were, I mean, obviously they didn't want you to drop out. So how was that? Like having immigrant parents? I mean, I'm sure they sacrificed a lot to get here too.
Definitely.
And then, you know, like you were saying earlier, we're expecting a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer. And you go, nah, I'm dropping out of Georgia Tech. You know, it's top 5 school, but like, I'm dropping out. How was that?
Well, I would definitely say the relationship wasn't the best after.
Okay.
Right after. They were disappointed.
Right after you said you're like, I'm done, I'm dropping out.
I had to give them a FaceTime call. I set up my iPhone and I'm dropping out. I know where I'm going to be. I know I'm scared, but I'm gonna go for it. And they were honestly just disappointed. They were disappointed because I guess their vision of being a successful, good Asian parent was, not Asian parent, just parent, loving parent is, I sacrificed everything. My mom sacrificed everything for me just to be here today. She had cancer many, many times in her life. And she's actually fighting one right now. She's going through chemo. And yeah, but she sacrificed everything for me to just be here. And I'm forever grateful for that. So I think that's where my forever respect for my parents sacrificing everything comes from. My mom had to take dog medicine to because we couldn't afford the medicine bills in the United States. So that's where but that again, this is all part of just a culmination of who I am today. Like, I always had to go for it. I have to go for it. I want to be there for my mom as well, and there's no other choice for me. I want to be a good son, and this dropout was definitely dropping out of Georgia Tech. That was definitely the picture, but I definitely see why they're disappointed. You know, they sacrificed everything to be for me just to be here. My mom had to clean up hotels while she had cancer. My dad had to work in Panda Express just for us to have like a $900 a month apartment in Indiana. And it was a tough time for us, but when I told them that, they were disappointed, and I understand them because of it. But but they actually surprisingly came to understanding quite quickly. I actually have a great relationship with my mom and dad now. They're quite supportive of everything I do. We FaceTime every other day, I would say. I give my mom a call.
Yeah.
Of course, she's going through chemo, so I want to give her good energy always, every morning.
Yeah.
I give her actually a voice message every morning. It goes exactly like this. Good morning, Mom. Let's get it today. Like in the Korean. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I think it's always like a good practice, and you know, that get it today is also for me. Like, let's get it today. After all the hardships, all the things that I have to push for, let's go get it today. So, anyways, but they came around very quickly, and I think that's because they started seeing my hard work. They just started seeing how far I'll go in this earth to achieve what I have to do.
Yeah.
And then they were like, you know what, kid? You go do
Go
that.
for it.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, we'd rather you be happy and successful in what you want to do than like slave away doing music tech or whatever.
Exactly, exactly.
Some random job you don't want to do.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it's just different values. And, you know, there's no other person on earth there's no other person on earth that has the best intentions for you at heart than your mother.
Of course, yeah.
And I definitely have that incredible mother on my side, and I'm incredibly blessed to have a mother like that on my side. She always cheers me on. But, you know, I think being able to settle the differences between my mom and dad was also my I had this, I'm a very pensive person. I think a lot. I try to always talk to myself before I go to bed. Like if there was something upsetting, why I was upset, what made me upset today, right? And if it relates to like my childhood trauma, how can I fix it? How can I better myself? Let's say I hurt my sister, like saying something bad to her. Like, why did I say this? Deep down in my heart, and how can I avoid it? And one of those critical thought process I had with my mom and dad is, at the end of the day, everything that they did for me, all that, don't make music in high school, right? Don't drop out of Georgia Tech. At heart,
It's for the best.
it's for the best. It's from the thought that, from their generation, going to college, getting the degree, and getting the job,
That was the path.
that was the path, right?
Yeah, no, I relate with that. I feel like all of us do in a sense. Like, my
Right.
parents are the same. They're like, hey, dude, you gotta graduate from college.
Right, graduate
Go
from
get
college.
a stable job, 9
Right.
to 5 at a big tech company.
Right.
And work your way up until you
Yep.
become a CEO.
Yep.
And I'm like,
Get that good salary.
I don't want to work at the same company 30 years. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But
Right.
yeah, no, I totally see what you're talking about for sure.
Definitely. No, I 100% agree with you, and I'm sure a lot of people that's also watching this that relates to that. But yeah, my parents, and I realized my parents said all this and did all this because they wanted the best for me. And I just got to learn that, and we settled our differences, and they saw just how hardworking I was. I would flip this earth twice and back. I would go through heaven and hell and back to achieve what I want to achieve. And to be fair, I wish I could be here today on podcast. I have lots of monthly listeners. I already have
10
a
million is
tour.
no easy feat, though.
It is no
right?
easy feat, but it's honestly so far from my ideal goal and ideal place where I want to be. It's still crystal clear to me, and I'm still getting there. But yeah, until that day, I get to that point, I'm just going to keep working hard, keep it focused, take it day by day, one step at a time, and just happy to be here on this podcast today. And yeah.
Now, I have a really important question. I think this is more of a funny question, but we saw that one picture of you on Instagram, and the transformation to who you are now. You had the glasses on, and the hair, and now you're, tattoos on and everything.
All right.
How did that evolve? Like, what did that grow with music? You just got more monthly listeners. I'll get a tattoo of like, what happened? What happened?
My looks maxing journey.
Your looks matching. I think that's really important. I think that's a funny one.
Oh, that's a funny one. Oh well, my looks, like some people say.
I think we'll put the pictures up too. By the way. Yep. Perfect.
That's
That's a thumbnail.
The thing is, lots of honestly, people came up to me and said, "Did you get plastic surgery?"
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's that deep. But the thing is, I had something called TMJ,
Okay.
and even now, since I spoke for too long,
Yeah.
I'm struggling to pronounce things because my jaws hurt.
Okay. Okay.
Genuinely.
Okay.
So we can go on, but like, if my pronunciations are getting off, it's because of that.
Okay.
But yeah, I have something called TMJ. So my jaw joint, even now, is the biggest challenge for me right now because it directly impacts my vocal performance, especially like a long song, long recording nights, But I struggle to open my jaw fully. So back then, a lot of freshman photos of me, my jaw muscle is just inflamed.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
so that's not fat. That's not like
Yeah.
yeah. It's just generally my muscles just struggling to
Okay.
like open my jaw and like boom, and then
So you didn't go on a cut or hit the gym? or
no,
something?
I mean I did, but like that was like way down the line.
Okay,
right? I feel like there's a looks maxing curve.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not saying I didn't like go on that whole looks maxing journey. It's definitely something I did lock in hard and proudly worked hard on, honestly. But the biggest jump with like looks maxing came from healing my jaw properly. So I actually recently got a surgery. I also do apologize if people can see my scar here. I have scars on both sides, and I have like a scar tape. I wore a scar tape so people can't see it. but-
We can't see it.
Oh, that's good. It's like
Yeah.
the same. It's like one of those like same color ones.
Yeah. Blends
Yeah.
in, blends in.
But yeah, but yeah, challenges. I would say that's definitely the biggest challenge for me right now that I'm navigating. And if people haven't been seeing me active on social media, this is the reason. I've been taking some time off, developing my own sound, but also make sure my body heals and giving my body time, giving my body enough kindness that rest is part of progress.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, that's why I got this tattoo very recently. It's very blobby because it's
Yeah, you
a
just
thin
got it.
skin. I just
Yeah.
got it literally yesterday,
Oh,
but it's a quarter rest symbol,
okay.
and it reminds me that every day, because it's in a wrist, I look at it. It reminds me every day that if you listen to a masterpiece, like an orchestral masterpiece, a sheet music, would that drop be complete without that quarter rest? Would that piece be complete without the rests? No. That piece is harmonious and beautiful because of those rests.
Okay.
So that's what I take this time as, because I was honestly recently struggling so much because I'm losing monthly listeners. I'm losing my Jiwhan_Kim followers. I'm losing so many followers.
Yeah.
But the thing is, rest is part of progress. And that's why I got this tattoo, and that's just road I am on today, I would say.
I mean, tell us more about today. Really, it's like what does your day to day look like compared to you're a college student, you're balancing all these things. What does your day to day look like now?
I would say I'm living my dream life, honestly. Okay. Even though like it's not shown on social media, and I'm not making content as much as anymore, which I'm gonna be back onto, honestly, after I heal from my jaw. But yeah, I wake up every day around 8 to 9 a.m. I go to bed around 12, 1. I wake up every day knowing that I can do what I want to do every morning, and I think that's the best feeling that I have. That I get to do what I love. And I tell you, as someone that was also in that bubble of Georgia Tech, that was trying to do something that wasn't really meant for me, but still figuring it out, it is so worth it. Every morning, I have a tea collection, and I always start off with a tea. And I think about, should I start off with the black tea this morning, or should I start off with the black tea but with like Indian spices, or should I start off with like a green tea, or should I start off with no caffeine today because I'm feeling a little anxious, right? Maybe some ashwagandha, or I'm a very normal person. I love my teas. Even before I came here, I had a cup of tea, and yeah, but that's like my daily basis, just getting to do what I love. But I feel like if anybody that listens to this podcast that is thinking about taking that leap of faith and going forward, I think first thing you have to remember is it's never like a press of a button and it happens. It's a lot of hard work and time that progresses into the next era. And also remembering that resting and enjoying your time with your family, right? Spending time with your friends, going out, maybe even drinking, is part of the grand picture and the progress. And I feel like that's the lesson that I learned recently by being harsh on myself to the point I was getting so depressed every day. So I feel like that's why I'm speaking out of my heart today about it.
I think what people want to know though, I mean, none of us are musicians really. What does your day-to-day look like? Are you like shooting videos all day? Are you recording? What's the creative process, for example? Are you spending a lot of time in the studio?
I got my own place in Atlanta.
Okay. Your own studio, or
like my own bedroom studio.
Okay.
But
so your
it's
own
like,
setup.
Yeah, my own setup and
Nice,
everything.
nice.
It's beautiful. I've been locking in all the little aesthetic things. The beautiful thing about me, again, I said, is I'm surrounded by such incredible people. I'm so grateful for it. I'm gonna shout out Amelia, and I'm gonna shout out Ansley here, because during freshman year, guys, I had this song called "Fantasizing You." It's a song with my sister. It's a big part of my music making.
Okay.
My sister.
Yeah.
And we can talk about that a little down the line as well.
Yeah,
But,
tell us more
yeah.
about her. Yeah, of course.
but "Fantasizing You," I released it. My friends threw a release party.
Okay.
Yeah, that night.
Nice, nice.
And Amelia and Ansley hand painted a vinyl of that cover. And back then I was so into like Spotify pre-saves and I wrote down number of pre-saves and a heart.
Nice.
I still have that vinyl. And actually I was putting that up today in my home studio. And those are the things I want to look at when I'm recording. But yeah, my creative process, it always either starts off with something that I'm like passionate about, you know. Again, I'm always driven by passion.
Yeah.
So it can start off with like lyrics. It can start off with sounds. It can start off with drums. It can start off with melodies. And I just put together something that I feel like is right, that represents what it should represent.
If you would have stayed at Georgia Tech, where do you think you would be right now? And obviously you decided to go the other route. What do you think are some things you may have lost?
Oh. I feel like when I look at my achievements and my life and my vision, I never look at it like, oh, if I went this way, what I would have not gained something. I would have lost this. I would have lost that. I feel like that's just not a mentality I have. But since you asked the question, well, first of all, let's say I gained so much by just being here as a student. I gained one of the most incredible friends. Guys, this guy, this guy, they're all incredible. Not just, you know, a podcast. They're genuine, incredible friends, incredible people. I can't say that enough. And these are all the things I gained by being in college, right? If I didn't go to college, if I dropped out in high school, my life could have been different, right?
Yeah.
Like
Do you think this was a crucial step? Do you think coming to college was important?
I absolutely think so. But I sometimes just look back at those moments and be like, that's kind of overrated. What really matters is not where you're at or if you drop out or not drop out. It's here. It's where's your head's at. Like, if I didn't go to college, I'm sure I would have figured out to be in some kind of a community and meet people, a version of Yassine, a version of Yamil, or a combination of both in a certain different person, right? I feel like even like a lot of people actually ask me like, what if you went to Berklee College of Music? Because that was also a school that I got accepted in. Or what if you just dropped out and just started pursuing music career? What if that? What if you moved to LA right now? What if you lived in Atlanta? What if you're in New York City? I think what really matters is not the environment necessarily, but
what you do in that environment.
what you do in the environment.
Totally
what
agree.
you make the environment together. Because
100%.
you're the person that is in charge of your life and your environment. So
Like, stop living in what if scenarios and just
Exactly.
live in the present moment.
exactly.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I could say, what if I had $10 million right now? But
Exactly.
I don't. So.
You don't, right. What if there's a lot of what ifs that you can ask. But
Yeah.
what we can all do is just make sure you're doing your best and you're giving everything you have. And I have no regrets, and I'm really happy to be here today, just to be able to talk, breathe, drink some water, and just be with my friends and be myself. So,
You know, I think that summed it up really well. Because I was going to ask, if a Georgia Tech freshman came up to you tonight and said,
Oh,
hey,
freshie.
man,
Right.
freshie, he's like, hey, man, I want to drop
Like,
out.
looking like a high school.
Yeah, I want to drop out and pursue my dream. What would you actually tell them? What would you say? Like, not the inspirational answer, you know, like, but genuine, like, hey, dude, like, I want to drop out. What would you say?
I would definitely say, if you think that is right, go for it. But make sure you're doing everything that you can do that is right for you. I feel like in this day and age of environment, there's so much influences and there's so much advices. But at the end of the day, that person that is in charge of your life is you. So go for it. Whatever that feels right for you is what I will tell them.
I think that's a really amazing way to end the podcast off.
Well, thank you for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah. Well, everybody, thank you for watching the Georgia Tech Hacker House podcast. This is Jiwhan Kim, artist, producer, so many other things.
Also known as
bird
Soren.
enthusiast, also known as Soren.
Yeah.
Bird enthusiast, car enthusiast, lover of life, and right. I mean, I think
Absolutely.
that's
Yeah.
And thank you for watching episode 4.